Well, today Maryland's flags are flying at half-staff in honor of former Governor Marvin Mandel, who passed away at the age of 95 over the weekend.
ABC 2 News' Jeff Hager joins us now with more on the man, the controversy, and the legacy he left behind. Jeff.
Amy Kelly became Maryland's governor back in 1969. That's when Spiro Agnew left to become vice president under Richard Nixon. And Marvin Mandel would leave amidst a bribery scandal 8 years later, weathering a conviction which would later be overturned. But his legacy reaches well beyond the politics. It's the biggest and best trauma center in the world, and it carries the name of R. Adams Cowley. But Baltimore's own Marvin Mandel shared the doctor's vision that made it what it is today. John Ashworth is the interim president at the University of Maryland Medical Center.
I think the thing that really started the relationship between Dr. Cowley and Governor Mandel was a crash that severely injured the clerk of the House. And he was brought to shock trauma, and he survived. And he shouldn't have survived, given the state of the art at that time.
Mandel spent 6 weeks at Cowley's side watching the miracle unfold. But controversy surrounded the proposed system built around the golden hour, that critical time when doctors can address the trauma before they can actually treat the injuries in a patient. Mandel cut through the politics, issuing an executive order to give the center standing, and later pushed through funding to get it off the ground.
This was right at the time when there were transitions going on with the governor, but it was during that period from 73 to 78 that Governor Mandel was incredibly supportive of everything that we wanted to do to develop this EMS system in the state. And of course, the bottom line of all that is we have the best EMS system possibly in the world.
Mandel also freed up funding for the Maryland State Police, which had only a single helicopter at the time. Today, there are 11 medevacs capable of airlifting patients across the state, and Ashworth says it simply wouldn't have been possible without Mandel's help.
When we started back in the 70s, the survival rate was like 40%. Now the survival rate is 97%. Might even be higher now. But if you think about over the course of time, we've had hundreds of thousands of people come into shock trauma.
Mandel also played a key role in reorganizing the government, building public schools, and developing the subway system, both in Baltimore and in the D.C. suburbs. Jeff Hager, ABC 2 News.
And former Governor Mandel will lie in a public state for the viewing at the Maryland State House on Wednesday from 10 until 8. Governor Larry Hogan, along with other dignitaries and elected officials, will receive Governor Mandel's family at the State House at approximately 10. The viewing is open to the public. You can learn much more about the life of Governor Mandel on our website at abc2news.com. You can find the story right there on the homepage.